And we are going to kind of go through a few things we've been working on and let you know about the cover crops, etc. If you have any questions, please just feel free to pop in and answer, but I'm going to turn it over to Davide and he's going to show us a little bit about what's going on with the vineyard right now. Let me flip this around. There we go. Give it a little flip skis. There we go.
Hi everyone, good to see you again. In June is the very busy for a vineyard manager. We have a lot of things growing very quick, maybe even 2-3 inches every day, an arc of 24 hours. So we got to get on our games and make sure everything is nice and ready. So this time of the year we do a shoot thinning and some more leaf pulling around the cluster. So what we do in the canopy, we want to shape the physiology of the canopy of the grapes. Doing that, we have to remove all the extra shoot that the plant put out, all the doubles and triples that the Viognier really love to put out every year. They need to be removed. This way, just pulling all the extra shoots out. This way we guarantee enough energy for the plant to carry through the grapes through the whole growing season. So you can see now we have a lot of less shoots for plant, a lot of more visibility of the cluster, and the sun can get in this part of the canopy and reduce the pressure of disease. In that way we can go ahead and stretch the springtime. The cluster are going to be exposed from the beginning. The skin of the grapes will become more resistant to the sun, to the disease again, and in this way we'll create a better growing condition for the plant. Also, what we do is that we're removing all the leaves up to the second cluster. Have less berry for cluster. In that way we have less compact cluster, and the disease again they're hard to take on the grapes. Especially seeing like a kind of a wet humid spring, we have to reduce the damage that this kind of weather can create and very gentle canopy. I've been practicing this way to grow and to manage the canopy for the last 5 years. Has been very successful for us. We rarely see cluster with botrytis. We don't see a lot of disease on the grapes and the cluster. They grow like far apart. There's a lot of air drainage, good sun exposure, and for the whites, the sun exposure is less. We don't want to expose the white too much on the light, but the reds definitely they show better result when they're fully exposed from the beginning. Before the blooming, the skin gets thicker, and we can extract more colors, more intensity and flavors. And in the East Coast, I think is very important to do that. Maybe in other parts of the world, you have to protect the grapes from sunshine. In the East Coast, it's better to expose them a little bit, especially on not both sides, just on the northern side. We do the leaf pulling, and it did really made a difference in the year, especially in the cold, wet season.
So you can kind of see like we've pulled the leaves here, and then like Davide said, we don't pull them on this side. They protect them from the sun just a little bit.
Yeah, so in the summertime when the sun is going to be way hotter, in the afternoon the sun will hit very hard on this side, so we'll protect the grapes. But in the afternoon we'll get later on in the evening we'll get the more lighter sun in this side. That will be beneficial for the ripening. Also this time of the year we bring up the wire in this way, just to these are called catch wires, and DSP trolling system. They're a very convenient way to keep all the shoots in position. So all the wires are going to be brought up and the second couple catch wire is going to be brought down. In this way we can follow the growth of the vines, and we don't have to do much work bringing in all those shoots. This has been very successfully done in the past. This kind of like PSPL trellis system is very efficient. It's a photosynthetic machine, basically like has great, great efficiency, and the grapes they can ripe all the way. So right now, if we can see a small cluster, we're just looking at pre-bloom stage, a phenologic stage. So the flowers, they're not open yet, and they're going to be stretching a little bit more. The rake is maybe another inch or so, and the blooming will start, will last probably a week. And in that, for the beginning of blooming, we count like roughly 100 days before we can get our hands on it, which will mean that this is going to be harvested middle of September. So it'll be 100 days from the time that we're going to be able to harvest. Always like depend on the weather. Yeah, we talked about, we mentioned the cover crops.
Yeah, we got a lot happening down here. If you want to show everyone kind of what's what.
Yeah, so we have a lot of different things that help the soil, help the vine, and mutual relationship between the vines and the cover crops are essential to have to not have a mono culture inside the vineyard. The problem or the issue that you can face that monoculture. So only one culture in the same field means that only a certain like organism lives in the vineyard. Having cover crops, having different varietal cover crops, reintegrate the soil with the living organism, and also give us the chance to cultivate where we drive all the time with tractors. So we have less compaction, and if we do compact the soil, we have a way through the big root system that one of this plant, dwarf rubber bean, they have very long and deep roots that prevent the soil to compact. And this I mentioned dwarf rub. This one with yellow flowers, mustard, eliminates a lot of the nematodes in the soil, and also have very good root system. We also have vetch. So this is a beautiful purple flower. As you can see, have a great organic matter impact in the soil. The flower are food for bee, and helps the overall soil structure. The white light pink flower, these are white peas, another nitrogen fixator plant. And we have another varietal of fava bean, the white flowers. Oh, there you go, there's one here. You can see the very deep rooting system, and they make these white flowers. So how we manage the cover crop has been changing in the past few years. I used to incorporate the cover crop in the soil as soon as I reached like blooming, to create sort of like a available slow release nitrogen during the year for the plant. But I changed a little bit the way how we treat the cover crops. So we plant in the spring, we let it go through bloom, and we condition the cover crop. We basically drive over with the big roll, and that squeeze the trunks of the cover crop, just creating a fracture, multiple fracture. The plant is not going to die all the way, it's going to still be alive, it's going to have all the root system still working, it's not going to have a big canopy. All of this is going to be left over the soil, never be cultivated. And we also saw that doing this practice in this way, we reduce the amount of potassium available for the plants. So all the potassium has been absorbed by the green part of the plant. So keeping alive above the surface of the soil, don't incorporating in the soil, actually give us good water infiltration in the soil, so the water is going to go through the soil. And second, the potassium is going to be absorbed by the plant, and it will be less available for the plants. That's what we're up here. We're very excited. We see a lot of grapes this year. The season looks pretty good. Hopefully, it will be like last year.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, you heard it from the man. Thank you so much, Davide, for
My pleasure.
for coming out here, showing us everything.
Well, thank you for coming. You coming over here.
Yeah,
I'm always here.
just picking your brain is just fucking, it's incredible. So thank you for
Thank
sharing your
you.
knowledge. Again, if you have any questions, please just direct message. We're always happy to answer any questions you might have, and we will see you again next time. Bye.
Bye bye.